Long before the moving staircases and echoing corridors were filled with students, before the Sorting Hat ever sang its first song, there lived a wizard whose name would shape centuries of history, Salazar Slytherin. A man of immense magical talent, extraordinary intellect, and fierce conviction. His legacy, both brilliant and dark, is woven into the very foundations of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. So, who was this legendary figure, and what drove him to become one of the most controversial wizards of all time? Let's journey back to the 10th century, to the early medieval period. While the exact details of his birth are a mystery, we know Salazar came from a region of vast wetlands, most likely the femlands of Britain. From a young age, he showed incredible magical ability, especially in a rare and powerful branch of magic, Parseltongue, the ability to speak with serpents. This gift would become a symbol of his lineage, but also a source of fear and misunderstanding for centuries to come. From his earliest years, Salazar was known for a unique mix of brilliance and intensity. He valued ambition, cunning, resourcefulness, and leadership qualities he believed were essential for the preservation and strength of the wizarding community. He was fiercely protective of magic, seeing it as something precious that needed to be guarded, shaped, and defended. His friendship with Godric Gryffindor is one of the most fascinating parts of his story. Though they were polar opposites, Gryffindor bold and open-hearted, Slytherin methodical and reserved, they shared a deep respect for each other's magical talent. Together with the wise Rowena Ravenclaw and the kind Helga Hufflepuff, these four powerful magic users united with a single dream: to create a safe haven where magical children could learn far from the persecution they faced in the Muggle world. And so, Hogwarts was born. Salazar contributed immensely to its creation. He designed many of the school's protective enchantments, helped shape the curriculum, and introduced advanced forms of magic that demanded incredible skill and discipline. His most enduring contribution, however, was the founding of Slytherin House. He envisioned a house that would celebrate ambition, leadership, and determination, traits he believed would forge powerful witches and wizards capable of greatness. He wanted individuals with not just magical talent, but the drive to use it effectively. But this shared dream of the founders was about to be shattered. A fundamental disagreement began to grow, one rooted in Salazar's core beliefs about who deserved to learn magic. He felt strongly that only those from established wizarding families, pure bloods, should be admitted to Hogwarts. He feared that Muggleborns, those raised in non-magical families, might accidentally reveal the wizarding world or lack the heritage to handle magic responsibly. It's important to understand where this belief came from. It wasn't just petty prejudice. During his lifetime, Muggles actively hunted and punished magic users. From Salazar's perspective, Muggleborns were a potential, if unintentional, threat to the world he was trying to protect. Of course, the other founders vehemently disagreed. Rowena Ravenclaw believed in the power of intellect, regardless of birth. Helga Hufflepuff welcomed all students with fairness and kindness. And Godric Gryffindor, his closest friend, argued passionately that courage and ability were far more important than ancestry. Despite their mutual admiration, this was an argument neither could win. The conflict deepened, tearing at the very heart of the school they had built together. Eventually, the disagreement became so severe that Salazar Slytherin made a choice that would echo through history. He left Hogwarts. But he didn't leave quietly. Before his departure, he secretly constructed a hidden chamber deep beneath the castle, the Chamber of Secrets. Inside, he placed a creature only he could control, a basilisk. His dark intention was that one of his descendants, a fellow Parselmouth, would one day open the chamber and use the beast to purge the school of those he considered unworthy. The chamber was hidden so brilliantly that not even the other founders knew of its existence. Salazar walked away from the castle he helped build and the friends he once called family. From that moment on, his legacy was forever split in two: the respected founder and the author of one of Hogwarts' darkest secrets. Although Salazar Slytherin's final act cast a long, dark shadow over his name, it's crucial to see the complexity of his character. He wasn't a simple villain. He was a brilliant wizard shaped by fear and the harsh realities of his time. His concerns, though ethically flawed, stemmed from a genuine desire to protect the wizarding world from the very real threat of persecution. He wanted to preserve magical knowledge for future generations. Unfortunately, his ideas would later be twisted and warped by those with far more sinister intentions. His legacy lived on through his descendants, including the Gaunt family, who carried his ability to speak Parseltongue. For centuries, the Chamber of Secrets remained sealed, a forgotten legend. That is, until another descendant, Tom Marvolo Riddle, the boy who would become Lord Voldemort, uncovered his ancestors' secret and unleashed the basilisk upon the school. Voldemort's actions brought unimaginable tragedy to Hogwarts, fulfilling the darkest interpretation of Salazar's original fears. But it's essential to remember that Voldemort's cruelty was his own. Slytherin, as beliefs were rigid and prejudiced, but they were not the genocidal ideology that Voldemort championed. The founder wanted to protect his world. The Dark Lord wanted to dominate it. And what of his house? Slytherin, despite the shadow of its founder, has produced countless talented and heroic witches and wizards. Resourcefulness, ambition, and leadership are not inherently evil qualities. They can forge greatness just as easily as they can corruption, depending entirely on the individual. Many of Hogwarts' greatest defenders and thinkers have emerged from the house Salazar built, proving that your choices, not your origins, define who you are. Salazar Slytherin remains one of the most influential figures in magical history. His friendship with the other founders, his genius in magic, his creation of the Chamber of Secrets, and his unyielding beliefs make him one of the most complex wizards to have ever lived. His life is a powerful reminder that even the greatest minds can be guided by fear, and that even the greatest institutions can be built on conflict as well as unity. Though he left Hogwarts, Hogwarts never truly left him. His house stands, his emblem of the serpent endures, and his name continues to echo through the halls of the castle he helped create. Salazar Slytherin was not defined solely by darkness, nor solely by his vision. He was both a founder whose choices shaped generations, and whose powerful legacy continues to be one of the most compelling stories in the entire wizarding world. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into wizarding history, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Let me know in the comments which founder you'd like me to cover next. See you in the next video.